Josh the Retro Ninja Turtle Dude, here to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the video games. We're going to talk about the series. Hang tight, dudes, after this. Everyone I knew had the Nintendo game Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's one of the highest grossing NES games for a third party. Ultra, aka Konami, 1989. Like every kid I knew had the Turtles game. I went to one friend's, kind of like a friend mini, you ever had one of those? Who was kind of a jerk. And he had like all the games. He did. And he had Turtles, and I went over one weekend, and I was playing with him. And I think I had like Mikey left because I died the other 3 Turtles. And then he made me play Mikey again. He's like, you can play, but you got to play with Mikey. The last one you had. I was like, you actually remembered the character I had. What a jerk. You ever had one of friends like that? I played it, Mikey died. He might be fast. He can take care of the Mousers and the little flying bat Mousers. Some of the foot soldiers, but a lot of the other characters he just can't do well. So then I got the Turtles game. I remember fighting against Bebop and Rocksteady. Gotta have Donatello. He's the strongest character in that game. Also has the longest reach. Every turtle has their pros and cons if you're going to be them. Mostly you want to keep Donatello throughout the game. You can rescue turtles. That's one thing that's great about the game. You can get a turtle back, once again, like having an extra life. The first level is pretty simple. You learn how to do it. You can die right off the bat. You can get run over by the foot steamroller. Not careful. I'm playing terrible. Everyone remembers playing against Rocksteady. You can jump on the ledge and hit him from the end, and he does this weird jump duck thing. You can hit him. Most people knew how to do that. Now, most people hate the damn level, which is the second level. People usually just rage quit. Like, I'm done. I'm not going to play through the defusing the bomb. Now, I remember the first couple times I played it was frustrating, but I got pretty good at it. I could actually go through and not take a whole lot of damage. But I play sloppily in that level anyway, because the third level, replenish your health. So what you do, make sure you have like 2 turtles with full health that you can go through and not get hit. Stay away from those seaweeds that grab you to the Davy Jones's locker. Stay away from them. You're good. Make sure you backtrack a little bit because there are a couple hidden bombs. You can go through really well. Get those bombs, defuse them, get the okay, and you're on to the third level. The third level, you get missiles. Do a certain path, and one path you can rescue a turtle. The third level is kind of a maze, and you kind of get used to it and which barriers to destroy with the missiles. And once you do that, you're golden. You can farm the heck out of the game, and that's what I did. Even guides would tell you how to do that. Game Player magazines would tell you to farm.
Here's a full pizza that recharges you and returns each time you come back. Ninja Turtles, energize!
Boomerangs, which are okay. Get the scroll weapon. It's the most powerful weapon in the game. Go back, get more, go back, get more. Turtles is a game a lot of people have not beaten because it gets really difficult after the third level. Even as a kid, I think I only beat that third level once. As a teenager, like maybe once or twice. You fight the Mecha Turtle. First, you don't fight the Mecha Turtle, you fight the Clone Turtle and turns into a Mecha Turtle. You have the scroll weapon, he's easy to beat. You rescue Splinter and go into the 4th level. Now, this is where it starts getting difficult. And it's kind of like another maze level. You have to take certain paths. It is like a long truck through. Usually I take 3, 6, 8, 9, and then you take another path. You can backtrack a little bit if you want to rescue a turtle or backtrack to get more health. In the very end, you fight a very easy boss. The Mauser. Just stay in the middle, hit him straight up, hit him in the mouth. The game gets extremely difficult from here on out. That 5th level, the Technodrome can be in any 4 different spots. Find him right away sometimes, or you have to go through these areas with the toughest enemies. Don't even bother fighting him. You can stay up on the top and hit him down below, but you have to wait for a while till they jump up and you can hit them. Wait a while, jump up and hit them. It's cruel. It's like Ninja Gaiden. It's just cruel. Those enemies are so tough. Earlier you had like Leatherface as a bad guy. You had Fire Guy, Foot Soldiers, new guys. I don't remember them from the TV show at all, but they're tough guys to fight. But you have to find the Technodrome. And once you get to the Technodrome, it has this one part where you can hit it It has a force field, then you have guns, and then it has foot soldiers shooting out. And you have the scroll weapon, you can use it, or you could take out each individual spot one at a time, pretty much leave the Technodrome defenseless and hit the eye. Then you go inside the Technodrome. And here is where the game gets cruel, because it has the toughest enemy of all, the flying jetpack guys. The flying jetpack guys are just mean, but there are ways to get around them. Once again, if you have a scroll weapon, it's a lot easier, you can just shoot them. Now I learned this not from just experiencing it, but also from game players. They mention it too. There are certain spots you can just duck and they'll fly over you. One of the guys will just keep going off the screen, little by little, so you don't have to fight him at all. Then you fight Shredder. Like, oh boy. If you have the scroll weapon, he's extremely easy. Just hit him, and you defeat him. Ninja Turtles is actually a good game. It's a challenging game, but it's also a cruel game. That's a lot of fun. It's a game that I beat recently again. A game I've beaten once on the Cowabunga collection, once before 2015, and I just beat it recently, seeing if I could do it. I beat the game 3 times, but twice on the NES. It's a tough game. It really is. Cowabunga! Now, the second Turtles game is the one based on the arcade game. An all-time classic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Some people prefer Turtles in Time, which is a fabulous, great arcade beat-em-up. I prefer the first game, barely. It's the one I played first. It had the most impact on me. I remember getting the second Turtles game. I got my copy at Toys R Us, and I couldn't wait to bring it home and play it. I remember my friend TJ played it with me. It is a long, drawn out beat 'em up. It is a long game. They add new levels in the second game for the Nintendo. I love the very first add-on level, snow level, when you fight the polar bear. And then the Shogun guy, that was in another add-on level. If you play the arcade game actually is pretty short, but it's still a tough game because you have to keep forking up quarters, just keep putting them in that machine to keep playing. Now, the Ninja Turtles game for the NES, you don't have to do that, so they made the game longer. It's not necessarily as fun. It's not a bad game. It's actually challenging to go through. It's beatable. I remember trying to beat it even as a teenager, and I've beaten that one a handful of times. Krang at the end, Shredder. For what it could do, the NES game is actually impressive for being the arcade game on the NES. Plays really well. It's just not as fun as the arcade game. I don't think it's good even as the first Turtles game. And they added some things too. Instead of having Bebop and Rocksteady as the boss, you actually have Baxter Stockman as the Fly. It's a good addition, honestly. Something different. So there's a little bit of improvements on the second arcade game on the NES, but the arcade game is better in my opinion.
Take that, Shredhead!
The Manhattan Project. Most people were in the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis at this time. Each system got its own Turtles game, Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist. A little crossover between the two games, but they are different. Both are really good. I just prefer Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo, even though it was a Genesis game. Hyperstone Heist is not bad, don't get me wrong. Great Sega Genesis game. But a lot of people didn't realize there was a third Turtles game on the NES, Manhattan Project. A unique game, not Hyperstone Heist, not Turtles in Time, a third Turtles game. It's a beat 'em up. What the second Turtles game did great is improved upon in the third game. I think it's actually the best Turtles game on the NES. It's tough for a beat 'em up. It's long too. That's the only thing that's a little disappointing. The boss fights do seem to be a little easier at parts once you get to know their patterns and everything. You got different kind of bosses you do not see in the other Turtles games. You have Leatherhead, Ground Chuck, Secret of the Ooze.
Didn't we see these guys on WrestleMania?
It's a fun game. It is challenging. One thing I don't really care for in the third game, hoverboard level, it just seemed to be a little long in my opinion. Come on, let's speed it up. Hitting the footcopters mostly. Those footcopters just, come on guys, sit still. Great game though. Love that third Turtles game. It is the most valuable of the Turtles games besides one. There's actually a fourth Turtles game on the NES. and it's Tournament Fighters. On the rarer side, it's the more expensive game, and it's not really a great game, in my opinion. I don't care for that one on the NES. The Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, it's not bad. They're okay fighters, but the one on the NES, it's just odd. I know some people enjoy it because it's unique and different. I just don't care for it. But today, you don't have to have it on the NES. There's plenty of ways to play the game. One of the greatest ways to play is the Cowabunga collection. Get it. It's worth it. Get all those Turtles games. And there's one other Turtles game I want to talk about. It's on the Cowabunga collection as well, as it has all the Turtles games from the NES and 16-bit and the 2 arcade games. It also has the Game Boy games. Let's talk about Fall of the Foot Clan. It happens to be one of my favorite Game Boy games. A great game. The sprites are big. Not very many enemies can be on the screen at the same time. It's simple. It's a fun game. Some weird stuff like the mini games in there. Splinter Opposite Day. It kind of reminds me of a cross between the arcade game and the first Turtles game on the NES. It's not a very uncommon game. It's actually one you can get really easily if you want to get it for that system. A lot of fun. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. So for the mini games, that's the only thing that kind of takes a weird turn. Well, guys, I just want to talk about Turtles, and I wish I had my original audio because I said a lot more stuff in it. But because of time, and now I've done this the second time, I forgot a lot of stuff I said. Shell shock. Kind of redoing what I said in the first video because of this. Bummer, dude. If you can speak that language, comment below. And I wrote some review and reviews on all these games, all the Turtles games. Decided, hey, let's actually just do an on-the-fly, on-the-cuff video and just talk about Turtles in general. Nothing is like those 90s, the late 80s in Turtle Mania. It's like looking in a mirror. Were you a Turtles fan? My favorite was Michelangelo. Whoa, Retro Dad, you got some real taste there. Let's go get some pizza. Ice cream, anchovies, the works. Licorice too. On me. Actually, on you. Raph was my least favorite character in the cartoon. A real Einstein here. Not sure why, but I loved Michelangelo and Leonardo and even Donatello. I like Raph, but he was my least favorite turtle. Still love Michelangelo. He's a guy you actually want to meet, kind of party with. Even Mikey in the 2012 series, who's even more zanier than Mikey from our generation. Need great memories playing Ninja Turtles? Well, comment below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look back at the Turtles games of yesteryear. I hope you enjoyed the video. And like, follow, subscribe if you haven't. And see you guys on my next video.
Like they say, another one bites the dust.
Did you have the NES Turtles game? Can't forget your Turtles on the Game Boy. Who turned up the lights?